Hey y'all, it's Natalie, and today we are going to talk all things Fab Foil. What is Fab Foil, you may ask? Fab Foil, I'm trying to keep my head out because it is a metallic finished, sticker-backed roll of goodness. It is 6 inches across, and I'm not sure how much comes on a roll, but quite a bit, and it'll last you a while. And I have the gold one here, and I'm going to show you different ways to use it and different ideas. And this is not an exhaustive list. There's a lot of different ways, but I'm just showing you a few, and then how you can use them on your projects. And then we're going to make a couple of cards at the end. So let's get started. So I think the most obvious way to use it is to die cut it. So I have here an example. So I have cut this with my Thankful die because it's a lovely gold color. It will look good with fall with Thanksgiving papers. But what you'll see is like this one looks really embossed, but it's not really cut all the way through. And this was just with my normal cutting pad. Well, I use this magnetic cutting pad from iCrafter as my normal one. But you can see it didn't cut all the way through because it is a sticker with backing. Now, it is likely that I could probably go in here and very gently pull off the sticker, possibly. I will say, though, that the metal is very delicate, and so I like to pull it out of the die with the backing intact. So, first thing to discuss is when you are doing your die cutting, I suggest using a precision plate like this. Mine is mirrored. This is from Sizzix. It's the chrome precision base plate, and I think most die cutting machines have something like this, and it's for your very intricate dies. And so even if your dies aren't necessarily intricate, that is the plate that I find gives me the best result with the Fab Foil. So you can see here I cut it with this, and I can just very easily pull it apart, and it cut all the way through. It's nice and sliced, right? And then once I remove it from the Fab Foil here, stuck a little bit, then you can remove the backing, and then it's nice and sticky, and you can stick it down on something. And you have a nice mirrored title. So I think that is so fun and very impactful. That's one thing about Fab Foil, is that it's very impactful for your projects. So not only can you use this versatility on so many different things, but it's going to give you a lot of shine and sparkle and really elevate your design. So let's talk about other die cutting while we're here. So I have done this on a project on my channel with a Fab Foil, which is embossing, dry embossing with an embossing folder onto the Fab Foil, and then die cutting the alphas. So what you can see here is that I embossed this piece with just like a embossing folder that was lined. And then I ran it through with an alpha die in for Natalie. And when you do that, this one isn't too bad. It will deboss a little bit. So I embossed it with my embossing folder, and then I ran it through again with this. And so flattening it out will naturally remove some of the embossing. But this one still has a really nice design. So the other way to do it is just the opposite way, to ensure that you don't lose your embossing design. Oh no, where'd it go? So what I did here is, you can see I have just a regular piece of Fab Foil, and then I die cut the end first, and then I placed the end inside my embossing folder, and now it's really nicely embossed. So you can see a very defined way. So either way of doing that is fun, but then you get these lovely alphas. And so, I mean, I talk a lot on my channel about sustainability, you know, buying products that you can reuse over and over again, and dyes are those things. So you can make so many things with one dye, and so you can make not only different titles and things, and you're not buying the plastic thickers, but you're also, you know, embellishing the letters in different ways as well. So not only do you have different colors of letters, but you have different patterns, as many patterns as you have texture plates, and I mean, you could even come up with kind of anything that you run through your die cut machine to give some type of texture. So there is a little discussion about die cutting, and that's for titles and alphas. And so over here, another way to use your Fab Foil is with die cutting leaves. So I die cut these on my precision plate. And so if you mix these in with glitter leaves or craft leaves, things like that, I think it would be so fun to have different, what is the right word? Not sheens, but like different finishes on your leaves, and mix them all together. And so this is just one example. I love leaf dyes, foliage dyes. I have a ton of leaf and foliage dyes, and so I think that this is a really beautiful way to use those fall leaf dyes. And you can have a lot, like, I mean, and you can leave, so on these, they're very big, and so the backing is intact, and I would have to work to take this off and they become a sticker, but you could even leave the backing on, you know. Table scatter, that's gorgeous, right? DIY table scatter for your party or what have you. I think that's all. Oh no, it's not all. So I really love the idea of an intricate die. I think I've already said that before. And having it be metallic, and so the backing already came off of this, but I have this really lovely little die from Lawn Fawn, and so you have a background piece and you have a foreground piece, and this is just the backing that came off of my sticker. So I cut the background in the black, and now I have this lovely gold sticker. Very gently stick it down onto my background here. And you don't even need to add Nuvo adhesive or anything like that. And it's so fun. So like, this is such an easy and quick way to create and use this little border die. And you can have a lovely little piece. Sorry. like a graduation page, but like a birthday. Totally could do a special birthday or an anniversary. I mean, really anything. Stars are so versatile. And so there we have a quick and easy little stickered metallic border. And so there, that's kind of giving you the idea of what it would look like if you mixed metals with other types of leaves as well. So I think that's really fun. And if you're feeling maybe like creating some things in a batch process instead of maybe actually just sitting down to get really creative, you could kind of batch process a bunch of these things at once and kind of just set them aside and, you know, crank out a bunch of cards or something all at once, or just have them on hand for your scrapbooks. Oh, you can heat emboss on this, so that's really fun. So this is only one layer of embossing. I will say it would have been nice to do two, so like probably put it in my stamping platform so I can get the perfect stamp on one on top of another. But isn't that fun? So it holds up really well on the background, so it didn't burn anything, but you can do as many layers as you want. I did like a nice fun purple on here. I really like the way that looks. It's fun. I did, which is really fun, was I took my little sanding block and I just roughed it up. And so now it almost looks like a what is it? Like a brushed metal. That's the word I'm looking for, a brushed metal. So it's just changing the finish on the Fab Foil. So it just looks different. It looks duller, and it looks like if you're wanting to do a rustic or distressed page, that's really cool. If you want to hide some imperfections, that's just like super simple. And it took that really well. It took it nicely. I just like rubbed it up and it didn't, you know, rub a hole in anything. You did make like really quick projects, right? So we've already discussed dry embossing. So I have one of my favorite embossing folders, which is leopard. And I made, you know, you can do it on either side. I wanted the spots to be raised, so I made sure to put it in there that way. But isn't that so lovely? So it's a really nice raised image, and we're going to use this to make a card here in a minute. But like what you can do is like cut it to whatever size you want, and then you're just going to like take the backing off and stick it right onto your card base, and boom, you have like a really shiny card. Another thing is I have this like cover plate. So it's the same as an embossing folder, kind of, oh, you saw my face. And it just made it really nice though. And so again, it can hide any imperfections or anything like that, but it's a really impactful thing. You just plop like one like embellishment on there and you have a really nice card. All right, so we have, I'm gonna do like a fall vibe, right? So I'm gonna do it before I stick it down to my card base though. Just to make sure that it doesn't kind of damage the metal and give like scratch marks, because that wouldn't really look nice. So let's just do a couple of flowers. We're gonna do this guy. I don't know if that yellow is gonna show up on there, so let's do this nice little orange guy. All right. I'm just going to center it because I know I'm going to trim it down a little bit. If you have like a chamois, I don't really have a chamois. Hold on. Maybe a paper towel will do. I don't know. It got like dusty or something. I'm not sure what. I'm just going to clean it off. And then let's see. Stick this down. I'm trying not to just like press like incredibly too hard, because again, I don't really want rub marks on my metallic surface. So we're gonna see how easy it is to get it to rub off without just like putting too much pressure. Uh-oh, it's not coming off. Maybe my idea was foiled. Oh no, there it went. Sometimes you just gotta get it just the right way. Oh yeah, this is cool. Oh no. Oh, that's lovely. I like that a lot. That's really cool. So let's do this one the other direction. That on top of the metallic surface, a wet glue is not going to work well. So let's just do, but I love this tearaway tape here. So like you can see, I'm not getting it directly onto that stem, right? Like it's going to be fatter than the stem, but that's okay, because you can just kind of like remove the backing and then you can just like smush it up underneath where you're not going to see any of it if you don't want to. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Just watch. Do as I do, not as I say. See, so we're just like squishing it onto the little stem. And it's perfect. It's like you don't even know. Okay, so let's not hide it, but there we go. And I'll do another one. So fun. So I'm even gonna like bend up branches. I'll probably go back and add a little bit of adhesive for time purposes though. That's so fun, right? I'm gonna have a little white border around the edges, which I like. Oh no, not much. Actually, that might thing to do is going to be like remove some of it, but not all of it all at once, okay? I don't even know. I like for precision and things, like I am definitely not the best person to show you guys that kind of stuff. Precision is not my game. But oh, look at me. Oh, look at me. No, let me not get too excited, but hey, if I can do this, anybody can do this, okay? Because again, precision is not the name of my game. Oh my God, look at how fun that is. You know what it needs? What does it need, guys? What does it need? It needs sequins. Okay, and I know I said earlier, I just grabbed Peach Fizz. They were just on my desk, and they are orange, and they are beautiful, and they kind of go really nicely. Nuvo is going to work okay. Glossy Accents is going to be really good on this metallic background. Just let it dry. I am, you know, not the world's most patient person, so sometimes I don't want to just like wait, but alas, we shall wait. Wow factor, you know? Such a good wow factor. I love that. I'll put some close-up photos at the end. I'm going to kind of line that up and stick it to that first. Oh, you know what? I need a little bit of the backing for now, like we said before. Give it a little chin here. Give it a little adhesive here. Go ahead and commit. So quick and easy. And then I'm gonna have, I think this is Paige Evans. This Keep Smiling die on here. What if I did like that? Yep, that's it. That's the way. That's what I like. I did consider doing like a sequin line. You could do a sequin line over here. Nicole has an amazing tutorial on how to do that, which it sounds like, I wouldn't know how to do sequin line. No, you don't. You think you do. And then you go watch Nicole's video and she blows your mind. And you're like, well, I thought I knew something, but no, I don't. But honestly, I think I'm going to leave this one simple because not that sequins don't always make everything better, but it's a lot, which is, it's leopard. And I love leopard because I'm a lot. But we're going to leave it. And I mean, it's glitter too. Come on. It's a lot. Isn't that cute though? I love that. And very impactful. And I had already trimmed this one down. It just needs a little trim at the top, I think. Just the teeniest little trim. And it's gonna like throw it off a little bit, but it's just that my card bases are not big enough. I'll trim it at both ends, so be nice and even because you know I care about things like that. So anyway, seriously, that's it. I literally like trimmed this down to the right size. You know what? I didn't even trim it down. That's what happened. This trimmed it. So this has the nice border on it. So how quick and easy is this? So I didn't even trim it. I just like cut off some of the Fab Foil off of the roll. And then I ran it through my die cut machine with this cover plate. And then we're going to stick it down to our card base. So easy. It's really foolproof. Like, I haven't gotten any bubbles. It's very forgiving. If you do get bubbles, you can just like kind of crank them out. Look at how fun that is. And then I'm just going to throw some dies on it. You know, any die that you have will work. Just break up a little bit of all of that metallic. Which way? That way? That way. I'm thinking this way for sure. You know what it looks like? It looks like the leaf from Animal Crossing. Add a sentiment, stamp something inside, let it go as is. Super cute. I had so much fun playing with this Fab Foil today. I hope you guys have found it useful and hopeful. I hope that you are now inspired on how to use Fab Foil. If you haven't, I hope that you are inspired to buy some and check out my channel because I still have a few techniques, but this video is getting really long. So I'm going to put a couple of other things on my channel. I'm thinking alcohol inks, and I'm thinking, get right for it, wait for it, hot foil. Hot foil on Fab Foil. What? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, y'all.